Hello, this is Genesis and Teresa, and we are here to answer the question, can wording create response bias? We chose this topic because we thought it was interesting how students would respond to a question that was unknowingly geared towards the answer we wanted. We hypothesized that students who receive the biased question will answer no, and students who receive the non-biased question will answer yes, proving the wording of a question does cause response bias. The non-biased question is, should students be allowed to eat in class? The biased question is, should students be allowed to eat in class knowing rodents will come into class? To solve this question, we first had to find our subjects. We wrote down the numbers to every single homeroom in George Washington High School. We then cut the paper and put them in a mason jar to randomly select from random. We then assigned homerooms to treatments by placing the slips back into the mason jars and picking out 3 for the biased question and 3 for the non-biased question.
Listos. 321. Shop 6.
After surveying all the homerooms, we noticed that the non-biased questions had a majority of yes answers, agreeing that the students should be allowed to eat in class. And for the biased question, most of the students either said no, they should not eat in class, or said yes with some sort of reasoning, such as yes if they clean up after themselves, or yes if they're not messy. You can tell that the students who said yes with reasoning have a lack of confidence because they hesitated to have a direct agreement or disagreement, knowing the pros and cons of the situation. We tallied the yes and no's in both the biased and non-biased question about being allowed to eat in classrooms. The graph shows how the non-biased has a greater increase of students saying yes and agreeing to the consumption of food in classrooms, while the biased shows a decrease in yes answers, indicating students do not want rodents in their classrooms. In conclusion, the wording of a question can create response bias. We have proven this by surveying students and giving them a biased question stating, should students be allowed to eat in class knowing rodents will come into classrooms? And having a non-biased question stating, should students be allowed to eat in class? Our graphs have shown that there was an increase in no's because rodents are not wanted in classrooms. However, in the non-biased question, rodents were failed to be mentioned, so students were pro-eating in class. As for improvement, we could have been more specific with our question, and we could have also sampled a larger population to receive more accurate results. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays. Brought to you by Genesis and Teresa. Go team, go!